Hey there, YouTube fam. It's Ivy, and today we're going to tackle a question that's probably crossed all our minds at some point. Why do we judge others for traits we hate in ourselves? You know, those moments when you see someone doing something and you're like, ooh, that's so annoying, but deep down you're secretly thinking, wait, do I do that too? Let me set the stage for you. Picture this. You're at a coffee shop, sipping on your latte, minding your own business. And then in walks this person who's talking on their phone at the top of their lungs. You shoot them a dirty look and think, can't they see this is a quiet place? So rude. But then a few days later, you're in a rush and you take a call in the middle of the library. Oops. Suddenly, that person at the coffee shop doesn't seem so bad, does he? So what's going on here? Well, it all boils down to some pretty interesting stuff happening in our brains. First off, there's this thing called projection. It's like our brain's way of playing a little trick on us. When we have these traits or behaviors that we don't like about ourselves, instead of facing them head on, we project them onto other people. It's easier to say that person is lazy when you're secretly struggling to get off the couch and do something productive. It's like we're trying to distance ourselves from our own imperfections by pointing them out in others. Another reason could be our need to feel superior. We all want to feel good about ourselves, right? So when we see someone else doing something that we think is wrong or bad, we judge them to make ourselves feel better. It's like, at least I'm not as bad as they are. For example, if you're someone who's a bit disorganized, but you don't like admitting it, and you see a friend's messy desk, you might say, wow, you really need to clean that up. I could never work like this. But in reality, your room at home might be just as chaotic. Then there's the fear factor. Admitting our flaws can be scary. It's like opening a Pandora's box of insecurities. So when we see those same flaws in others, we focus on them instead of looking at ourselves. It's a way of avoiding the uncomfortable truth. Like, if you have a short temper and you see someone else losing their cool, you're quick to say they need to learn to control themselves, while ignoring the fact that you've had your fair share of outbursts. And let's not forget about social conditioning. We grow up in a world where judging others is almost a norm. We see it in movies, on TV, in our families, and among our friends. So without even realizing it, we pick up this habit. It becomes second nature to us to point out the flaws in others, especially when they're the same ones we're trying to hide in ourselves. But here's the good news. Once we start to understand why we do this, we can start to change. Every time you catch yourself judging someone for something that hits a little too close to home, take a step back. Ask yourself, what's really going on here? Is this about them or is it about me? It's not going to be easy, but it's definitely worth it. Because when we start to face our own flaws, we become more self-aware, more empathetic, and ultimately better people. So that's my take on why we judge others for traits we hate in ourselves. Now, I want to hear from you. Share your own experiences in the comments below. Have you ever caught yourself doing this? What was the situation like? And if you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on my future videos. See you next time.